Anyway, more on that a little bit later on, because we're now getting ready for our final British truck race of the weekend. Martin Gibson and Neil Yates on the front row, Tom O'Rourke and Michael Oliver on row 2, then Stuart Oliver and John Bowler on row 3, David Jenkins and David Smith on the 4th row, and Adam Bint and Ricky Collett completing the top 10. Ryan Smith, after his problems in race 3, back on row 6 on the outside of Stephen Powell. Then we've got the Division 2 is Simon Cole and his son Archie Handy, Sammy Oyanen and Jake Evans, Bradley Harvey and Callum Eason, and Graham Poole starts at the back. So who's it going to be this time then? GT Tyres MAN is in position to lead them off. Could Martin Gibson take his first win of the season? 2 on the front row have yet to win this year. Michael Oliver's had a couple of wins, Tom O'Rourke's had one, Stuart Oliver's had a couple. John Bowler and David Smith have had wins, David Jenkins has as well now, and Adam Bint. So 9 different winners so far this year. Of our comments going in. Hi to Alex Pryor. Mentions there was a spoof charity version of Convoy done a few years ago. Yes, with the British theme lyrics, I remember that. Hi to Dan Bartlett, one of our regular viewers as well. We've never seen Rubber Duck in the Mack in a race. We've seen, I think it was Tony Jenkins. David's father used to race a Mack for a time. There was one competed in France as well, and in the European Championship. It was Rafi Gore, I think, who drove that one. We haven't seen many American trucks. Well, the Volvo Whites that used to be very common back in the 90s. I suppose you could count them as partly American. Likes of Slim Borgwood and George Allen used to race those. Richard Walker as well, one of the most successful of them all. Before that, Richard Walker had a Kenworth, of course, the famous Century Oils Kenworth. I'd forgotten about that. Got destroyed in a crash at Zolder when the front row on the rolling start suddenly stopped and the rolling start was aborted, and Richard Walker had nowhere to go but plough through the back of Gert Korber and wrote off his truck. The Dutch driver, Ad van Coverden, had an American, I think it was a Peterbilt in the early days of truck racing, and he raced that at Brands Hatch. Full-size American cab. How he got it round Druid's hairpin, I will never know. Later switched to a DAF. Hi to Jamie Wise, says hello to John Wise. Thanks for tuning in. Do give the stream a like and a subscribe to British Automobile Racing Club. Okay, the pace truck leads them away then. The GT Tyres MAN from Martin Oliver Transport. It's a Team Oliver truck on pole. Martin Gibson. Can he take his first win of the season? Simon Cole leads Division 2. Will it be a clean sweep for Jake Evans in the MAN? Thanks for the coverage, as always, says Sean Hancock Photo Film. No problem, Sean. There's Ryan Smith back on row 6. Can he make his way through? Expect him to charge down the outside off the grid. He's got Ricky Collett in front of him. Let's hope for no rallycross moments this time. Gibson and Yates on the front row. Tom O'Rourke and Michael Oliver on row 2. 19 trucks out there. Now, finale at Convoy in the Park does tend to be, by tradition, a bit lively, shall we say. Crowd settling in. This is going to be a good one. Bird life moving out of the way. Last thing we want is one of those going through somebody's windscreen. Here we go then. 5th and final race of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship here at Convoy in the Park 2025. Tension begins to mount. Will we see a new winner this season, this weekend? 4 different winners in Division 1 so far this weekend. Revs begin to rise, the pace truck into pit lane. Waiting for the red lights to go out. And the pack is unleashed. Here we go. Good start by Michael Oliver down the outside in the number 12. Tom O'Rourke's going to try and squeeze up the inside. Martin Gibson moving to cover. Neil Yates has made a good start in the 33, and Neil's got the lead as they head into the first corner. The crowd approves of that. Neil Yates leads into Hollywood for the first time. Ryan Smith is boxed in there at the back of Division 1. He's going to have to work hard here. There's a bit of push and shove. Oh, they're going 3 wide again. John Bowler on the outside. He's going to be squeezed onto the grass. He goes rally crossing. Stuart Oliver and David Jenkins were involved there as well. John Bowler's going to have to be careful as he rejoins the pack here, just in front of Stephen Powell alongside Ryan Smith. So they start to settle in then. Now, has Neil Yates been able to hold his lead as they head up towards McLean's? Indeed he has. So this is the first time I think we've seen Neil lead a British Championship race in the 33. He was in good spirits in the paddock earlier on. He leads Michael Oliver, who's up to 2nd. Martin Gibson down to 3rd. There's been a bit of contact. There's a bit of bodywork hanging off Michael Oliver's truck. 4th place is Tom O'Rourke. David Jenkins up to 5th. And Stuart Oliver in 6th position. I think it's David Smith in 7th. And Ricky Collett is 8th. They start to move around, weaving about there. Look at David Jenkins trying to hold off Stuart Oliver down the straight there behind the 86 of O'Rourke. It is the 33 of Neil Yates who will lead as they complete the opening lap. An impressive drive so far from the recovery company Boston down in Kent, but Michael Oliver's got a run on him here potentially down towards Redgates. Has he got the straight line speed to draw alongside? I think he has. Michael Oliver's going for the lead. He takes the lead into Redgates. The battle for 3rd is between Martin Gibson and Tom O'Rourke, with David Jenkins on their tails. But we have a new leader, Michael Oliver, the winner of race 1 this weekend, looking to make it 2. There's Ryan Smith. He's made his way through into 9th place, I should say now. He's made up a couple of spots with that incident early on, possibly helping when John Bowler ran off track. He's got ahead of Adam Bintz, Stephen Powell. There's Bowler. Leading Division 2 is Simon Cole in the Iveco in 13th place. There's Callum Eason, Archie Handy at the back of Division 2. Up towards Coppice for the 2nd time. Incident involving truck 14 noted, say the stewards. David Jenkins under intense pressure from Stuart Oliver. It is Michael Oliver Jr. who leads the way. Neil Yates trying to keep up in 2nd, and Ryan Smith onto the grass there as he tries to get past David Smith. They ran out of room a little bit further back there. Martin Gibson in 3rd place. He seemed to be a bit slow out of Coppice, and that backed everybody else up. So the first two have been able to get away slightly. Michael Oliver leads the way over the line this time. He's 1.25 seconds ahead of Neil Yates. Here comes Adam Bint attacking in the background, on the back of John Bowler, that is. Ryan Smith is at the back of this train, attacking David Smith. Stuart Oliver seems to be glued to the rear of the 69 of David Jenkins. Down the Craner curves. Ryan Smith making a move on David Smith. Will he have the inside line here to try to take 7th place away? He certainly will. And he makes up another place. David fights back though. Leaders head up into McLean's. Start to string out slightly now around the Donington Park circuit. There's the Division 2 leaders. Cole ahead of Oyanen and Harvey. So Jake Evans has not yet made his move. We've lost Ricky Collett into the pits, unfortunately. Problems for him. David Jenkins has got a black and white flag being shown. That's a warning for exceeding track limits. One more offence, he'll risk a 5-second penalty. They're definitely pulling away from Martin Gibson here. We know that truck had to be repaired. Suspension damage after John McGuinness drove it earlier on. Tom O'Rourke attacking for 3rd place in the International Navistar. A few mechanical problems for him yesterday. He's ahead of David Jenkins. He could be ahead of Martin Gibson here. Going down the inside, Gibson doesn't give way. He moves across the front of the 86. He'll try again down the Craner curves, I'm sure. Tom O'Rourke, a very tenacious driver, the Scotsman. He's got the line this time on Martin Gibson, and he's up into P3. Jenkins in 5th place, then a gap back to Ryan Smith. Made up another place there into 6th position. A bit of steam there possibly, or is that smoke from Tom O'Rourke? I hope that's not his engine trouble returning. Ryan Smith has got ahead of Stuart Oliver now. That's important for the championship. He's going to the inside on Martin Gibson as well. He gets through into McLean's. Behind them, David Smith, Stephen Powell and John Bowler. Division 2 still led by Simon Cole. Adam Bint's dropped further back as well. His last lap was a few seconds slower, may have had a moment somewhere. Stuart Oliver attacking teammate Martin Gibson. We've been here before this weekend. Up the inside past the 101. Losing places all the time here, but Stuart Oliver's overshot the chicane there. Just goes over the gravel. David Smith next to have a go at the 101 truck. Across the line, the lead gap is up to 2.7 seconds now. O'Rourke up to 3rd, Jenkins is 4th. Ryan Smith is now in P5. Stuart Oliver P6. David Smith is going for 7th on the inside. Martin Gibson's dropping back. And he gets forced wide there onto the gravel. Contact with David Smith. Things going to get a little bit fraught in there as Martin Gibson rejoins. He's towards the tail end of Division 1 now. There's Division 2 boys in the background. Simon Cole could be about to lose his lead. I do believe it looked as though Sami Oyanen was going for the lead of Division 2 in the Sisu. Yes, he's got through. Leads Division 2. Adam Bint's in that group as well, so maybe Adam's got a problem here. There's a bit of bodywork goes flying. That was the rear wheel arch coming off the Mercedes. So Adam Bint has dropped back into the clutches of the Division 2 leaders. So sounds like the Merc must have a problem as well. He's dropped behind them there, so I think Adam Bint may be heading to the pits. Not been a happy weekend for the Mercedes and the Bint Racing crew. It's a shame, they're great entertainers. It's Sami Oyanen from Punkalaidun in Finland, who leads in his slightly smoky Sisu. He got the black and orange flag earlier on, remember. The Division 1 is led by Michael Oliver, and he's now over 3 seconds clear of Neil Yates, who's still there in 2nd place. But for how much longer? Here comes Tom O'Rourke. The Scotsman up the inside, he takes P2. The International Navistar into 2nd place. And now pulling away in 2nd. Oh, Neil Yates is in trouble. There's smoke from the 33. Oh, what a disappointment. Neil was going so well up there in second place, so the truck has let him down. And that truck is due out as well in the International Truck GP with Jamie Anderson at the wheel. So they'd have to get that fixed quickly for Jamie to race. Meanwhile, here comes Callum Eason. We've not seen too much of Callum this weekend. Past Archie Handy. He's looking a bit smoky as well. This is the battle in Division 2 for 5th in the class at the moment. And Ryan Smith is on the tail of his old rival David Jenkins. This is for 4th place. Making short work of the field in the early stages, Ryan Smith, to come through from 12th. Neil Yates is trying to take a shortcut back to the pits, I think. Maybe he's gone onto the grass. If the truck is leaking oil, then that's considerate for his fellow racers, because he's not dropping it on the tarmac. Or has he pulled it over there and that's end of game? If so, it means Jamie Anderson probably won't be able to race later on, unless it's recovered very quickly. Ryan Smith's got ahead of David Jenkins. He's up into 3rd place now, and Jenkins under fire from Stuart Oliver, who's weaving about behind him. Stephen Powell behind them, so a better run from him. Still Michael Oliver from Tom O'Rourke up front. This is the battle for 3rd. Ryan Smith, Jenkins, Oliver, Stephen Powell in 6th place. Then a gap back to David Smith and John Bowler. Well, there's Neil Yates. He has come to a stop out on circuit. Such a disappointment. There's O'Rourke going through in 2nd, Smith in 3rd. Lead gap is 4.3 seconds. It was 4.5 from O'Rourke back to Ryan Smith. Stuart Oliver having a very close look at the back of David Jenkins there. Stephen Powell sliding the MAN behind them. Oliver goes for the inside, down into the chicane. Nope, thinks better of it. Jenkins able to hold that 4th place. Stuart Oliver will have another go, as will Stephen Powell. Jenkins moves across there. Powell is forced onto the grass. He's leaning on Stuart Oliver. He's going to keep his foot in there, Stephen Powell. They come into Red Gates, and Stephen Powell, has he got the place? Yes, he gets ahead of Stuart Oliver. Now Oliver's on the outside line, and David Smith thinks I'll have a go at this as well. Stuart Oliver is shuffled back another place. John Bowler behind him now. Looks like David Jenkins' windscreen is broken there, and there's been contact at the chicane. Bradley Harvey in a spin. There's a bit of damage to Jake Evans there as well, I note. Looks like those two have had some contact. We're down to 16 trucks running now. Ricky Collett's in the pits. Yates is out of it, we know that. Adam Bint has pulled off somewhere around the circuit as well. Let's have a look again here. This is the incident we've just seen the aftermath of. Bradley Harvey went across the chicane, then he spun, and Evans just missed him. Good avoiding action by Jake Evans there as Bradley Harvey took a spin. Here's the tail end of the field in Division 2. Callum Eason, Archie Handy and Graham Poole, but again, Graham Poole, seen him get lapped in races so far this season. This is a bit quicker from him. He's keeping up with Archie Handy. He's getting quicker all the time, is Graham. Here's the battle for 4th place, headed up by David Jenkins, ahead of Stephen Powell. See there, David Jenkins badly cracked windscreen. You can still see where he's going, though. Stephen Powell giving chase, then David Smith. Stuart Oliver down in 7th place now, ahead of John Bowler. They're about 10 seconds ahead of Martin Gibson, who's down in 9th. Only 2.5 minutes of this race to go. It's not been as wild so far as it normally is, the last race at Convoy in the Park for the British Truck Racing Championship. But another truck race to come, the International Truck GP finale. Stuart Oliver trying to get back ahead of David Smith, but Oliver has seemed off the pace. Maybe that air restrictor fitted to the 7 Truckers Championship leader is affecting him here. Down to the chicane once again. David Smith holds off Oliver. It's the battle for 6th place. Sami Ojanen still leading Division 2. Just over 2 seconds clear of Simon Cole, and he in turn is 5 seconds clear of Jake Evans. So I think the unbeaten run of Jake Evans is going to be ended here. Are we going to have a finish victory? Through the chicane. Is that smoke or is it our camera lens? Coming down into the old hairpin. Has somebody gone off there? Less than a minute to go, so it's going to be a win for Michael Oliver. It's going to be our first double winner in Division 1 this weekend. And Tom O'Rourke has been caught. Through goes Ryan Smith on the run into Coppice. He's got 2nd position. I think he's going to run out of time to catch Michael Oliver. O'Rourke, I think, is slowing down. Yes, there's a problem with the 86R. What a disappointment for him. He's going to be caught by David Jenkins, who's going to go through for 3rd place. Such a frustrating weekend for Tom O'Rourke. He loves racing at Donington, and the 86 Truckers sadly let him down again. I thought Ryan Smith went past him rather easily there. There is going to be one more lap, I think. We're on to the last lap now of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship. Look at Stuart Oliver kicking the tail out there. Somebody's lost a wheel arch there on the exit of the chicane as well. So Michael Oliver leads Ryan Smith. He's nearly 7 seconds ahead now. I don't think even the great Ryan Smith can make that up in less than a lap. It's going to be a win for Michael Oliver. What a great weekend he's had. Ryan Smith on his own in 2nd. Is Tom O'Rourke going to make it home? Is he going to try and ease the International Navistar home? Because it's now David Jenkins up to 3rd. 4th is Stephen Powell, but he's going to get a 5-second penalty, we've just been told, for exceeding track limits. Stephen Powell's going to get a penalty. So that could put David Smith up into 4th place. And Stuart Oliver possibly P5 and John Bowler P6. We'll wait to confirm that. There they are. Out of Coppice for the final time. He qualified on pole position. He won race 1 yesterday. And he's going to take a clear win in race 5 today. Here he comes to end his weekend as he started it in P1. Michael Oliver takes the checkered flag at Donington. Ryan Smith comes through for 2nd. A good effort from 12th on the grid. And who is going to be 3rd? It's going to be David Jenkins. Great weekend for him with a race win. He completes the podium. Penalty for Stephen Powell means that David Smith will be 4th, Stuart Oliver 5th, John Bowler 6th, Stephen Powell provisionally down to 7th place. And we'll wait to see who's going to come home with P8 and who's going to win Division 2. There's the Division 2s in the background. 8th is going to be Martin Gibson. I think we've lost Tom O'Rourke, unfortunately. And here comes our Division 2 winner. It is going to be Sami Ojanen. He's going to end the run of successes for Jake Evans this weekend. Here he comes. The Finn takes the win. Simon Cole 2nd. And there is Jake Evans in 3rd place with a rather bent front bumper. His hopes of 4 out of 4 not realised. Sami Ojanen, an excellent 9th overall. Bradley Harvey comes in. 4th in Division 2 for him. Next home we should see Callum Eason. There he is. Slides his MAN home ahead of Archie Handy. The others to finish, Tom O'Rourke and Graham Poole. But has Tom made it round? Here comes Graham Poole. Is he not nearly as far behind as he has been? Tom O'Rourke goes on for a podium, trickles in a dejected 16th. Oh, bit of breaking news. David Jenkins has been given a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. He's lost third place, so it'll be David Smith who completes the podium. Jenkins and Stephen Powell both get 5-second penalties. David Smith promoted to third, Stuart Oliver is fourth, and John Bowler moves up to fifth. A little bit of breaking news post-race. We'll confirm the result then, well, the provisional results as follows. Michael Oliver, the winner by 5.5 seconds. Ryan Smith from 12th on the grid to second, and David Smith inherits third, ahead of Stuart Oliver and John Bowler. David Jenkins and Stephen Powell both penalised 5 seconds for exceeding track limits. Martin Gibson completes the top 8. Then we've got the Division 2s. Sammy Oyenan ends Jake Evans' winning run. Jake has to settle for third behind Simon Cole. Then Bradley Harvey, Callum Eason and Archie Handy. Graham Poole behind them. Tom O'Rourke making it home, struggling round with problems, having run as high as second for most of the way, and sadly lost Neil Yates while running second. Adam Bint was a retirement, and Ricky Collett pulled into the pits early on. That concludes the British truck racing for this weekend. We've got 3 more races to come, 1 truck and 2 car races still to go, so do not go anywhere. Keep it BRC TV. And we'll be underway again soon with the Track Action Racing Club, our next race on the programme. Hopefully we'll see the full 20-car field out for this one. We'll await to hand down to Pointy in Parc Fermé to get all the reaction to the action with our British truck racing drivers in just a moment. Next up it is the Track Action Race Club. Okay, I think Pointy is ready down there in Parc Fermé, so let's hear from some of our drivers.
Come on, come on! Oh, he's going to be so thrilled about this. Here we go. Ryan Smith straight out of the cab to congratulate Michael. Ryan, fantastic effort there. I mean, few seconds behind Michael, but my goodness me, that was a race.
He got his head down, he didn't make no mistakes. He drove very well. His pace, he got.
Come here.
He got pole position in the quali. You don't get that by fluke. Got his 2 wins. Bit unlucky to get the 5-second, but well done.
Oh, I know, yeah. Well done, buddy. Well done, dude. Unbelievable. I mean, I'm thrilled. I was watching the race. I'm thinking the whole time, if you get to first, let's just leave it there. I'm happy you got a first.
I was the entire race. I was thinking these races are way too long. We need 5-minute races. As soon as I'm in the front, checkered flag.
Not sure that's how it works, Michael. To be fair,
I'd much rather been in second and pass someone on the very last lap, to be honest, because the concentration.
Wow. I mean, it was almost a 5-second gap by the end of that race between you and the rest of the pack.
Oh, I could have had a track limits then.
Yeah, you could have. In fact, speaking about track limits, Dave was reading out the results as I watched TSL update.
Yeah.
And am I undone? Are you undoing me?
Doing you.
Oh, thanks. You're undoing me. Stop it. Jesus.
Oh,
Calm yourself. You might have got a first, but I'm no one's hussy.
Come on, what are you telling us about results?
Yeah, I think Jenko got a 5-second penalty, so Dave Smith's moved up at the last second as well into third place.
Dave
so,
Smith, who's he?
I don't know, some guy.
Oh, that's Nathan Smith's dad, the race driver.
That's it. Yeah, the racing driver's dad.
Yeah, the racing driver's dad.
Why has he started undressing me on camera? It's very difficult. Stop it, get off you.
Flipsy.
Right, round of applause for Michael Oliver, ladies and gents. Come on. Excellent, well done. Right, let's go and see who else we've got very quickly, because we have got lots and lots of trophies to hand out. Simon Cole. We've not really had much chance to speak to Simon this weekend, so let's take the opportunity to say one of your one-word wonders on the podium this weekend was consistency. And looking at these results, yes, perhaps not the places you'd all obviously want to race for, but very good results for the weekend.
Yeah, we got here in testing. The truck weren't on the pace. It seems to be breathing a lot. We got uphill gone all weekend, bleed on the back brake. So I said to the boys, let's go back to what we've done last year. Let's bring it home the weekend, rebuild it for Snetterton and get going. I mean, look, I've come in here, I've got no brakes whatsoever. I drove the last 3 laps with no brakes.
Wow.
just slinging it down the gear.
So, I mean, it just goes to show where the experience you've got obviously came into play there to get you in the position you were in.
Probably more mojo than anything else, I would have
It's
thought.
all about the mojo. We know that Simon Cole likes to rely on his mojo, and the mojo is officially back.
Yeah, the mojo's back. We lost it for a year or so. We was on a bit of a downer, but all of a sudden we got it together. So
And it's fantastic to see you and the Beast up there on the podium on a frequent basis now.
yeah, that's it. We've had 5 DNFs and we only 2 of them were breakdowns. We've had some bad luck, windscreens going when we was having a clear run at Thruxton and bits like that. But that's racing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just hoping the others had the same bad luck as I had, and then that give it.
Yeah.
And it all evens out at the end of the season, which it is. You can't grumble. That's racing.
It is indeed. That is racing. Well, well done, sir. Shake my hand. Let's go and get some silverware handed out as quick as we can before we lose him. Where's Sammy? Here's Sammy. Race of the season. Sammy, shake my hand. Well done. First place.
Yeah, finally.
Finally. Good. Happy?
Yeah, I am very happy.
Good. And now you get big trophy.
Yeah,
Excellent. Now?
come to sauna.
Come to sauna. Yes, sauna. Let's do it. Yes, first sauna, then trophy.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
It looks sauna already, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well done to Sammy Oiland. Fantastic race. We'll get you some trophies, yes? Right, before we go, I must ask a driver a very important question wherever he is.
He's just ran for the podium.
Jason, Jay, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. I've missed my opportunity. He's gone. We'll speak to Dad instead.
He's coming.
He's coming back.
I'm not Dad.
You're not Dad. No, you're not
No,
Dad,
I'm not
are you? What
Dad,
are you
no.
doing here? Who are you?
I'm just lost.
Someone else's dad.
I'm
Here
just
we-
lost. I
you
thought I'd
just
take the
lost.
truck back for him.
All right, now make sure there's not too many of you standing around this time.
Don't worry.
Oh my God! We've got what? No, look, we got camera evidence. There's one. There's two. Two. Just the two plus the driver.
Going now.
Jake, I've been asked to ask you, have you got your panties on?
Apparently, I ain't got no panties on.
Apparently, I haven't got no panties on
I don't know
either.
what it's about. I've seen a dance. Is it a TikTok trend? I don't know.
Apparently, I spoke to your TikTok manager. I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
going to
the
do it whether you
socials.
like it or not, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
What is your TikTok? Do you know?
Jake Evans Truck Sport, all one word, I think.
Don't add the all one word at the end though. It's just Jake Evans Truck Sport. Give him a follow, yeah.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, on Facebook
It's
as
going
well.
as well. I mean, if your TikTok goes as well as your race career, you won't need a race career.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to profit, pay for all this lot.
I mean, just about covers it, I'd say.
Yeah, we try.
Look, we're going to go and hand you some trophies out very shortly. We've got races left to do, so I'll hand over to Dave very soon. But what a fantastic weekend you've had. I mean, to come from Thruxton with the issues you had and to absolutely smash it out of the park. I'll be honest, I was hoping for 5 out of 5. Personally, but that's just so I'd have something cool to talk about.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, the rest of the division have pulled it out there. We didn't get the best of starts, but fantastic to see Div 2 back where it should be, in my opinion. The team have done a fantastic job on this thing all weekend long. The prep before, the late nights, and the sponsors have backed us financially to get to where we are now. So without all that package, I wouldn't be here playing, would I? So I've just got to say
this
thanks
is
to
it.
them.
Well, there we go, and it is with the sponsors, but of course, what an investment from the sponsors back in the right guy there. My goodness me.
Yeah, I appreciate everything that they do for us and the team as well. You know, it's a package. It's not me on my own. It's everyone together.